Good evening. We're back for a stream after I took yesterday off because I just decided I didn't want to stream. I'm what you might call a vibe streamer. I just stream when the vibes feel right. Oops, sorry, that's my Discord notifications. Is it possible just to like mute that one tab? Yeah, there we go. Alright, so the plan this evening is to spend some time learning Go. I'm not planning on streaming for a long time, maybe an hour or so. Alright. So where do we leave off? We are going through this thing called the Tour of Go. And let's see. We are quite a ways into it. Let's see, we did looping. We talked about switch. Defer. I think we're at pointers. I think is where we're at now, learning about pointers. Alright, so this is a little bit too zoomed in for me. Alright, so Go has pointers. A pointer holds the memory address of a value. The type star t is a pointer to a t value. Its zero value is nil. So pointers are like references, right? Pass by reference. The AND operator generates a pointer to its operand. The star operator denotes the pointer's underlying value. Read I through the pointer P. Set I through the pointer P. This is known as dereferencing or indirecting. Unlike C, Go has no pointer arithmetic. I don't even know what that means because I don't write C. Hello, Waves Coder. How are you? It's been a minute since I've seen you around here, so thanks for coming back, stopping in. This is not going to be a very exhilarating stream other than me trying to do some stuff with Go at some point. Let's see, a struct is a collection of fields, which is basically like a struct is like in C sharp. C sharp has structs, so it's like a it's like just a way to what's a good way to put this? A struct is a way to model the data structure, right? Yeah, pretty much. Okay. Oak Bricks Creation. You're gone, bro. You're gone. See ya. Waves Coder Go is cool. Yeah, everybody has said good things about Go. I just felt like it'd be another fun language to learn, and I wanted to do something different for Advent of Code this year. So I figure, in order to have fun using it for Advent of Code, I should probably start trying to be proficient in it for the next several months, or at least spend some time every day working in it a little bit. Struct fields can be accessed through a struct pointer. To access the field X of a struct when we have the struct pointer, we could write this. However, that notation is cumbersome, so the language permits us to write it just p.x without the explicit dereference. I'm guessing, the thing is, I'm guessing some of this syntax that they're talking about, I'm assuming if you're coming from like C, this is meaningful to people, but it's not meaningful to me because I'm coming from C#, so this is not a cumbersome notation that I'm aware of. A struct literal denotes a newly allocated struct value by listing the values of its fields. You can list just a subset of fields by using the name syntax, and the order of named fields is irrelevant. Oh, so this is like, so in C#, this would be the same thing as doing like var, or not var, I guess, because the var is up above, but like car equals new car, right? This is the same idea here. You're creating an instance of that struct. Okay. Hey, what's up, Flyfisha? How are you? Waves Coder star p is value at the pointer, and p is address in C++. Yeah, I guess I just this whole idea of like this whole deal of like pointers, right? Like in C#, you typically just think of things in terms of reference types or value types, and so you don't. This whole idea of talking or considering things in terms of a pointer or not a pointer is a little different for me personally. I guess if you're coming from C, though, I think a lot of what they're saying here makes sense, but I'm probably just not the target audience for the person that these tutorials were written for. Okay, so this is how you handle arrays. An array's length is part of its type, so arrays cannot be resized. This seems limiting, but don't worry. Go provides a convenient way of working with arrays. All right. Okay, so you don't. So is it? So they're saying you have to use a fixed size array always, but they're saying there's some nice way you can work with resizing them. Let's see. An array has a fixed size. A slice on the. Oh, this is like I think Rust calls. Does Rust call Rust slices? Maybe that's a different idea. I just remember learning about slices when I was doing a little bit of Rust. But so slices are basically your kind of like dynamically sized array. In practice, slices are much more common than arrays. Okay, a slice is formed by specifying two indices, a low and a high bound, separated by a colon. This selects a half-open range, which includes the first element but excludes the last one. Oh, well, okay, so I don't understand this. So you declare a fixed size array, and then you can get slices of it, and the slices are dynamic, but you still have to specify a low and a high? Huh. Slices are like references to arrays. A slice does not store any data, it just describes a section of an underlying array. Changing the elements of a slice modifies the corresponding elements of its underlying array. Other slices that share the same underlying array will see those changes. Yeah, that makes sense to me. I mean, the whole idea of like pass by reference, pass by value, I get that. Slice literals is like an array literal without the length. This is an array literal, and this creates the same array as above, then builds a slice that references it. So, but can you change this, right? So is this okay to add and remove? That's the part that they're not doing a good job. That's immediately where my mind goes. When slicing, you may omit the high or low bounds to use their defaults instead. Okay, great. I'm glad I can take a slice of array, but what I really want to know is how do I do like a dynamically sized, like how do I do a list of T, right? That's what I'm curious about. Mardon Beck, what is happening here? What's happening here is I'm trying to learn Go by using this website called A Tour of Go. And so I'm just kind of like going through kind of at a high level the syntax of the language, and then I'm going to try to find some problems to solve with Go so I can try to pretend that I know how to use Go. Fly Fisher, good bro, just winding down. How you doing? When will we be able to get memberships and send super chats to support the channel? Well, Fly Fisher, that's very kind of you to ask that question. I think I'm like 100 public view hours away from the first level of monetization, but you guys really don't need to worry about that. I mean, I have a day job that pays the bills and stuff. I do this for fun, so I mean, obviously that's super nice of you guys to think of me, think of my channel in that way. But you guys don't have to. You guys can definitely use the money, you know, for yourselves and what's important in your life. You guys work hard for your money, just like I do. So, David O. Ching append. Also check star Go by example. Oh, I did. So I did do some of the Go by example. I did the web Go by examples, and that was pretty good. This one right here. This was I did all these tutorials, and they were pretty good. But I figured I better come back and just kind of like also know the basics of the language a little bit. My goal is, if I've already said this and and I'm repeating myself, I apologize. But my goal is to use Go to do Advent of Code this year. That's my goal. So I don't want to show up on the first day of advent of code and just be completely inept with it. That's my goal. David, no, the second link? Oh. Oh, this one right here? Okay, here we go. So does any... Yeah, so there's a lot of examples here, but I want to actually, I think after I get done with the tour of Go, I want to actually build something of my own. I don't know what that should be, but I want to build something of my own. Maybe like a console-based chat app or like LLM chatbot would be kind of interesting. That seems like relatively rudimentary simple, but it would help me understand looping. I'd have to make an HTTP call to some API. Yeah, I don't know. Something like that. David, cool. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of ideas, stuff to build. Stuff to build that's not something that I've already built. Because I know how to write code in C#. I know how to write code in TypeScript. Those are my two primary languages. But I don't want to build another URL shortener, or another to-do app. Slice length and capacity. A slice has both a length and a capacity. The length of a slice is the number of elements it contains. The capacity of the slice is the number of elements in the underlying array. Let's see, try changing one of the slice operations in the example program to extend it beyond its capacity and see what happens. So basically what we're saying here is this is 0, this slice is a length of 4. And if I was to try to do something like 10, I'm guessing this is going to blow it up. Slice bounds out of range. Oh no. Fair enough. Nil slices. A 0 value of a slice is nil. A nil slice has a length and capacity of 0 and has no underlying... So what's the point of that? So an empty slice is nil. Huh. That doesn't seem... To me, that seems counterintuitive. Dogman, that's a very random chat message, but thanks for stopping by the stream. Okay, let's keep moving here. Creating a slice with make. The make function allocates a zeroed array and returns a slice that refers to that array. Okay. Wonderful. They can contain any type, including other slices. Okay, appending to a slice. It is common to append new elements to a slice, and so Go provides a built-in append function. The first parameter, s, of append is a slice of type t, and the rest are t values to append to the slice. The resulting value of append is a slice containing all the elements of the original slice, plus the provided values. If the backing array of S is too small to fit all the given values, a bigger array will be allocated. The returned slice will point to the newly allocated array. Okay, so this is how you do append, is what allows you to do the resizing, basically. And it allows you to do the appending by allocating a new array. So this means that let's see, run. So if we weren't reassigning these would all be different, right? So if we weren't reassigning here, if we were doing like if we made this A and B, and if we made this C, these are all separate. These are all different arrays, right? Missing statement after label. Oh, do I have to type this? Oh no, I think I just messed up that shorthand, didn't I? Declared and not used. A, B, C. Oh, that's because I want to print them. Well, that's interesting. So this is an error in Go. If you declare something and you don't use it, that's an error. That's interesting. Huh. Let's ask Gemini why that's the case. When writing Go, why is it an error to declare a variable and never use it? That seems odd. I mean, obviously that's a dumb thing to do. Oh, it's just a language design philosophy. Okay. I think I like that. Exactly, no one user. I mean, I think that's a good idea. I just think that's interesting. I mean, like in C#, right? You have analyzers and stuff that will tell you that. But that's interesting. It's like part of it. Won't even let the program compile. Yeah, so let me fix this. But basically what I'm trying to get at is I just think that's important to know that each time append is called, what you're not actually mutating the original array. You're actually getting a brand new version of it. Which I think is good. I think it's okay. I think it's okay. I think it's just a good thing to be aware of. I'm trying not to look at everything in Go through like a C# or a TypeScript lens. Like, I'm not trying to apply what I already know and try to make Go conform to that. I'm just trying to find like good existing mental models, right, to map on top of. The range form of the for loop iterates over a slice or map. When ranging over a slice, two values are returned for each iteration. The first is the index, and the second is a copy of the element at that index. Okay, I like that. I like the range keyword. This is real similar to kind of Python, right? Python has the range keyword. Right? Python has range. Yeah, range function, I guess, not keyword. And then I'm guessing you can discard this if you want. Like if you don't need the index, you just need the value. Let's just print this. Cannot use v variable of type int. Oh, I'm guessing that's why you do printf is because okay. Yeah, I like that. So what happens if you don't do anything there? Can you just leave that empty? Does that work? Oh no, that doesn't work. Just discard it, I guess. There. And I'm guessing the opposite is true as well. And just discard this. Fair enough. You can skip the... Oh, that was the next lesson. If you only want the index, you can omit the second variable. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, here's an exercise. We get to actually do a little bit of coding. This is good. All right, so what do they want us to do? Implement pick. It should return a slice, and because pick is capitalized, that means that this function would actually be accessible outside of this module. See, I'm learning. I'm recalling things. Let's see. It should return a slice of length dy, each element of which is a slice of dx, 8-bit unsigned integers. When you run the program, it will display your picture, interpreting the integers as grayscale, blue scale values. The choice of image is up to you. Interesting functions include, x plus y divided by 2, x times y, and x raised to the y power. You need to use a loop to allocate each unsigned integer, or each 8-bit unsigned integer array inside, or I guess this is a slice, not array. Yeah, right? Yeah, slice. Inside the slice of slices. Use uint8 int value to convert between types. All right, so do I know what they just... do I know what they said here? Okay, so you should return a slice of length dy. You will need to use a loop to allocate. Okay, so I guess the first thing, right, is I need to say slice, and then I guess I need to probably do var slice uint and can I use the, let's see, I need to go back. I need to go backwards. Yeah, I think I need to do this, huh? So this would be of dx, right? No, dy. Oh, no. This should be, they need Vim keybinds, don't they, in their editor here? Hey, what's up, Azim? How are you? It is good evening here. It's 10:41 p.m. currently. Missing return. Oh. How would I just return like a empty? I mean, obviously that's not going to work. Cannot use slice variable as value in return. Oh. Because there's nothing there. There's nothing in the slice, right? But if I did slice equals append, first argument, oh, whoops. Yep, I need to say slice. How do I oh. That's why they have this helper function. Oh, and this should be. Yeah, I'm not sure I know what I'm doing here. Why is this so hard for me? It's like I'm learning how to program all over again. It's pretty wild how like you can be very proficient in one programming language or even multiple programming languages, and then you sit down to learn another one, and all of a sudden you're just a complete noob again. It's wild. Oh. Okay. Okay, so I think I'm on the right path here. Tafik, I'm also learning Golang. Let's learn together. Yeah, Tafik. Yeah, man. For sure. You're here, I'm here. We're learning together, you know? Okay, I think I'm closer to what than what I thought. So, um I think here I need to do some sort of for loop, right? Can I not use range there? Oh, okay. Whoops. This is why you should pay attention in class. Let's see. It should be like this. Oh, I don't need to declare that, so I can discard it. So what happens if I make this an array of array? Is that a thing? Or a slice of a slice? Cannot use to value an argument to append. Cannot use slice as value in argument print slice. Okay, that's fine. I think, yes, this is, okay, so I think I'm getting closer now. Which is a slice of dx 8-bit unsigned integers. So I guess here is where I'd want to say, like I guess v equals make u int 8 dx. Is that a valid thing to do? No, declared and not used v. But I am. I'm assigning to v, aren't I? Huh. Yeah, I don't understand what I'm supposed to do here. Gotta call make for each element. Lou. So Lou, am I on the right path here by calling make here? Like basically what I'm trying to do, right, is I'm trying to create this structure, aren't I? Like I'm trying to create this structure, right? I think v is a value type. Try using it to index. Oh, okay. So what you're saying is do slice I, like that, equals non-declaration statement outside of function body. Oh, is that because of this? Okay, let's print I think, let's see. Let's see what happens here. Undefined pick. Oh, dang it, I got rid of that import statement. I don't even know what the import statement was. Hold on. Can I like reset this? Oh yeah, reset. Copy, reset, paste. Don't need that. Don't need any of that. I don't need the main, don't need the print slice. There we go. Hey! Look at us. I mean, look at me. I'm a Go developer now. Lou, I guess I should say. Lou, I appreciate your help, man. That was very helpful. Macho Man, we are working on just learning Go. Okay, so that's interesting. So you made a really good point there, Lou. So the value, v is a value type. So when I was assigning to v, that wasn't mutating the slice or the underlying array to the slice that I had made up ahead of the iteration. So instead I index into that slice or that underlying array, and then reassign it or assign to it from there. Which, yeah, okay. I felt stuck there for a little bit. I guess that's the thing about programming that I love is like, you know, you could take like a very well seasoned React dev and then drop them in a Blazor project, and all of a sudden their productivity falls off a cliff, right? Or you could take a really seasoned C# dev and stick them in a Go code base, and they're it's not to say that as a developer you can't learn things, that you can't pick up new things. It's just kind of amazing how significantly the technology you know and understand well like determines a lot of your ability to be productive or to contribute. No, and nobody really talks about that enough, right? They're like, oh yeah, if you're a developer, you're a developer, and it's like, no, actually, the type of the developer actually kind of matters a whole hell of a lot. And not only the type, but the tools and languages that you use kind of matter a whole hell of a lot. Okay, moving on. All right, so a map maps keys to values. Well, every language needs a map, right? Needs a dictionary. The zero value of a map is nil. A nil map has no keys, nor can keys be added. The make function returns a map of the given type, initialized and ready to use. Oh, okay. I was like, why do we need a vertex? So this is basically saying make a map with the keys that are of the string type and the values are vertexes. Nice. Okay. I can understand that. Map literals are like struct literals, but the keys are required. Ah, okay. So this is the same thing as like declaring in JavaScript this. Or I guess this would be a similar similar syntax. Like lat is some number and long is some number. Okay, fair enough. And then obviously you could define different, I mean, this doesn't have to be a vertex. This could be var a equals map string to string, in which case then you would need Stephen Freeborn, like that. Run. Unexpected new line. Missing comma. Oh, do I have to have a trailing comma here? Yep, okay. So you do need a trailing comma. That's good to know. Okay. Look at us. We know arrays, we know slices, we know maps. If the top level type is just a type name, you can omit it from the elements of the literals. Yeah, that's nice. And then implicitly, this is the lat and this is the launch, just by order. But you could also name them, I'm guessing, right? Like you could name these and everybody would be happy still. So I could say lat and long. I guess I have to add a comma here. Yeah. Interesting. So if this is all on one line, I don't have to have this comma. Right? That's kind of interesting. All right, that's good to know. Insert or update an element in map. So you've got the map, give it a key, and then reassign, and then assign something to it. Retrieve an element. Yep, same thing. Delete an element. Special delete keyword or delete function. This is kind of interesting. These ambient functions like make, like we've seen 3 of them now. Make, append, delete. They're just like these global functions that are like always in scope. It's kind of interesting. It's like, where do they come from? I don't know. They're just there. You just trust it. Let's see. Test that a key is present with a 2-value assignment. Okay, so this is like try get or something, basically. So what happens if you so what happens if I do something like this? Wrong. And then I say made up. Does this error? Does this throw? Oh yeah, it doesn't compile. Should it compile? Oh yeah, hold on. Yeah. Declared and not used. Format dot print line. Test. Wrong. This is 0. Oh, because the value type is int, so it's 0. So it basically just gives you back the default. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Good to know. Imp, I say that a lot, don't I? Good to know. Alright, implement word count. It should return a map of the counts of each word in the string S. The wc.test function runs a test suite against the provided function and prints success or failure. You might find string.fields helpful. What does string.fields do? Let's see. String.fields. So that just gives me all the words in a string. Splits the string at each run of Unicode code points and returns an array of slices of S if all code points in S satisfy f of C, or the string is empty, an empty slice is returned. Oh no, this is fields func, sorry. Fields. Fields splits the string S around each instance of one or more consecutive white space characters. Oh. Well, yes, I would find that very helpful. So if we say var words equals s dot, or no, strings dot fields, and then we pass in s, format dot print line words. Okay, so format, I have to bring in format, obviously. And then what, I have to bring in strings, too? I am learning Go. Or how about, can I range over this? So for value. Look at me, I'm sort of remembering the syntax here. You realize when you code in something like this, you realize how spoiled you are with your normal kind of ID or text editor setup. Okay, so each one of those are separate units. Okay, so now what do we want to do? So we want to go over each word. And we probably should declare... so I don't need that, do I? I can just do this. Var word. Wasn't there... yeah, this thing right here. Make map. This is what I want. So word map equals not make vertex, but make int. And then basically what we're going to do is we're basically going to do a lookup where we say if the word is in the map, then increment the value that's a part of the map. If the word is not in the map, add the word and set its value to 1. And then do that for every word in the string. That's basically what we're going to do. So... can we just return word map here and everybody be happy? Hold on. Do that and then just return word map. Okay, let's see. Undefined word map? Oh, yep. I always forget the colon. Alright, so everyone's happy. Obviously, I'm failing the test, but everyone's happy. So then we can do the... excuse me. So we can check, right? So this is the whole not value. We don't want value, do we? Let's change this to word. And then we'll say existing. And we'll do word map, lookup word. And then we'll say if okay. I think that'll work. If okay. I honestly don't know if it can take an implicit boolean here. Do I have to compare this to like true or something? I honestly don't know. Let's just try it. So if okay, meaning it's there, we want to do word map word and then say existing +1 and then continue. Is there a continue keyword? Yeah, okay, continue. And then if it's not okay, then we'll just do word map word equals 1. See, format imported and not used. Undefined. Oh, yep. I forgot the colon again. Okay, let's try again. Oh, it's still gonna complain about this. I passed. Look at me. I'm solving problems with Go. Just like, I mean, just sign me up as a Go developer. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Although I wish I didn't have to do that, write this multiple times. But I'm not sure there's a different way to do that. Given that the int is obviously not a pointer. Yeah, I wonder. Could I use a pointer here? Like could I make this existing? And then in here I could just increment existing. But I don't know. This is okay for now. Do they have an increment operator in Go? Like, could I just do ++? Does that work? Nope. What about ++? No? Oh, you can't do it inline, I guess? It's part of an assignment, maybe? Yeah, I don't know why that doesn't work. I'm sure one day I'll find out. Alright, we'll go through the next 3 modules or so, and then I think I'll probably call it a good night of going. Okay, function values. Functions are values too. Ooh, functions are values too. Nice. We're getting into some higher order functions. Functions are values too. They can be passed around just like other values. Function values may be used as function arguments and return values. This is actually, I mentioned earlier that I've been doing this course, Learn Web Programming in Go by Example. And this is important, right? Because if you want to do like handlers, like route handlers are basically functions that return functions that take functions as arguments. It's just func all the way down. It's like Russian nesting dolls, but for functions. Let's see, compute. And float64 is just a function that returns this. No, float64 is a struct that returns this function call. Non-declaration statement outside what? Hold on, reset this. Did I? Oh, the line is wrapped. That's why. Yeah, the signature for this function is actually the signature for the compute function is a function, and that function has the signature float64 float64. And this function should return float64, and then the compute function should also return float64. There's nothing readable about this, is there, though? Like, this is just... there's nothing readable there. Okay, cool. Function closures. Go functions may be closures. A closure is a function value that references variables from outside its body. The function may access and assign to the reference variables. In this sense, the function is bound to the variables. For example, the adder function returns a closure. Each closure is bound to its own sum variable. The adder function returns a closure. Okay. Hold on, run. Yeah, so basically what they're saying is every time you call adder, right, you're basically capturing this sum variable. And so you're capturing this sum variable within the closing scope of this function. And so this function, so that each time you call adder, the resulting, I guess, result you called, or the function that's returned, allows you then to have two separate sum variables, basically, or instances of sum variables, which is why you can see positive here and negative on the right hand side. I mean, this is kind of a common thing you see in JavaScript or TypeScript, just functional programming in general. This approach to doing almost like state management like things with closures. Okay, let's have some fun with functions. Implement a Fibonacci function that returns a function, a closure, that returns successive Fibonacci numbers. Oh, how fun. That is not happening this evening. I'm not doing that this evening. I think this is where I leave you all. I'll come back and do the Fibonacci closure. I think I'm gonna hop off stream and go write some tests for Anthropic client so I can get the citation support feature that I've been working on pushed out. I'm still just kind of mind blown at like how inept I am. Because it's been a while since I've learned a new programming language, and it's just so humbling to be a beginner again when you're learning something. You're like, wait a minute, I guess I don't know how to write code. Hey, what's up, Arkin? How are you? Good to see you, man. I apologize, you showed up right as I'm getting ready to leave. Yeah, Arkin said, oh, I just came. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. It's my bad. It's my bad. It's bad timing, you know? I started at like 10 o'clock, like 10, just like 5 minutes past 10. And I was planning to only do an hour of Go learning. But yeah, I'm going to hop. If you guys are interested and you want to interact outside of stream, just pop into the Discord. We're always welcome to chat with you guys in there, obviously. Otherwise, I hope you guys are having a great, what is it? A great Monday. And if it's already Tuesday for you, I hope you have a great rest of your Tuesday. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Or I'll see you in the comments of a video or a short, something like that. All right, guys. See y'all. Thanks for hanging out with me. Appreciate it.